There's a saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. If you want to maximize your earning potential, then you have to know how to work with a team. And if you want to increase it even further, you have to know how to build a team and you have to know how to lead a team. There are 5 primary leadership styles. You have the visionary, the sage, the champion, you have the empowerer, and the researcher. And by understanding these leadership styles, you'll know what your leadership style is, what the unique gift is that you have, and you'll know the leadership style of the people on your team. In this video, we're going to go into the leadership style of the champion, which is essential to understand if you want to be successful. And so the champion is a leadership style. As soon as I start describing this person, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the person that is super passionate. This is the person that's on fire, that has energy, that truly believes in their organization or their business or their job or their career or their product or their service or whatever it is that they do. The champion truly believes in it and wants everyone else to believe in it as well. So the champion is persuasive just because they believe in their product so much that they inspire others to believe as well. And the champion is persistent. They do not give up. They want to keep on fighting and keep on going. So whether you're a champion or you know a champion, I'm going to go deeper into how this leadership style will help you to be able to elevate your value and increase your income. And so looking at it, the first thing that you have to understand for a champion leadership style is that they are passionate. This is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because it's good to see someone with so much vigor and so much passion. The challenge and the curse becomes when that person believes that everyone should be just as passionate as them. Everyone should work just as hard as them. Everyone should go just as hard as them just because they believe in what they're doing. So they can be highly discouraged when they're working with other people, believing that other people don't care as much as they do, believing that other people don't try as hard as they do, and believing that other people just do not get the big picture. And so if you're a champion, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to realize that gift of leadership style that you have, and I want you to realize that it's okay if everyone is not as passionate as you are, because it's not for them to be as passionate as you are. You are uniquely created and made, and so you walk in that gift. If you know someone who is a champion and they're super passionate, right? Don't get discouraged if they feel like you're not doing everything that you can or you're not on fire as much as they do. You could believe in the mission just as much as they do. They just have a different approach of going and getting it done. They're going to lead with passion. And by leading with passion, it means that they deeply care about what they're doing and they're going to be very persuasive. Persuasiveness is a key characteristic of someone who has that champion leadership style. The reason that they are so persuasive is because they believe that it's their job to persuade everyone to be just as passionate as they are. So they're going out and they're trying to convince everyone that their product, that their service, that what they're doing is what everyone else should be doing. In addition to being persuasive, they are persistent. These are people who do not give up. They keep going no matter what. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much they have to go through, the champion leadership style is one that feel like they never want to quit, that they can keep going. They believe that they can run through brick walls. And this is great to have in an organization. And so you need people who are persistent, people who are consistent, people who are passionate. And so then the goal is to get all of these leadership styles to work together. You need someone who's a visionary visionary, someone who's a sage, which is wisdom. You need this champion, which is someone who brings passion and fire. You need the empowerer that's going to empower people to go and actually do things. They encourage them to step up, to reach their full potential. And you need the researcher, the person who's going to read the books, who's going to do the data and statistics and look at the numbers to be able to help direct which direction you're going in. Now for you, you can have a mixture of a few of these. It doesn't mean that you're all one and have no characteristics of others. You may primarily be a visionary, but you see yourself as a champion as well. Or you may be an empowerer where you're empowering and encouraging people, and a champion as well. Or you could be a champion and a researcher where you like, I like data and I'm super passionate about what I'm doing. But the key is to know the gifts that you have within yourself, because that's your leadership style and that's how you're going to lead. And then what you can do is you cannot clash heads, or you cannot bump heads with others that have a different leadership style. Different people lead in different ways. And there used to be a saying that there's more than one way to skin a cat. Or in other words, what it's saying is there are many ways to get things done. So the visionary may have one way of getting something done, while the sage has another way of getting something done. And the champion has another way of getting things done. I think about the example of if there were 100 chairs or 1,000 chairs that needed to be moved, the visionary would go out and say, I want to get in teams of people or groups of people so that we can have 5 groups of 5 people that can go out there and set up and break down. And anytime that we have a special event or we need these chairs out, we'll call these 5 teams to come out and put them up and take them down afterwards. The visionary is thinking not only of that day, but thinking about what you can do to move forward. The sage uses wisdom. So the sage may say, hey, what I want to do is I want to find all the youthful, strong men with energy, and I want them to pick up chairs and I want them to put them back or put them out or where they need to go. Why? Because they're trying to lead with wisdom, trying to think about how can we do this in a way that doesn't impact people in a negative direction, in a way that is respectful. Now the champion is gonna go out there and just yell, everyone pick up a chair and put it back, right? They're gonna have this crowd of people and they're just gonna try to get as many people as they can to go and get the chair and put them up. And then the empowerer is gonna go up to the person who said that they need the chairs put out or broken down, and they're gonna say, I believe in you. You can come up with a solution. What do you think we should do? How are you gonna get this done? And then the researcher is going to look at how are others doing it? What is the way that makes sense if you want to put up the chairs or take them down? Do we need to buy equipment? What are cost-effective ways? What are the different ways that we can get these things done? At the end of the day, all of the leaders will get the job done. They'll just all do it in different ways. And there are pros and cons to each approach. But for the champion, they're going to do it through passion. They're going to do it through persuasion. They're going to do it through persistent, and they'll be right there with you, picking up the chairs, putting them down, taking them out, right? Because the champion leader is going to not only tell others what to do, but they're going to be right there in the fight with them. And so this is a great leadership style to have, to know yourself, to know what type of leader you are, to know what type of leaders that others are, so that you can lean into that, so you can sharpen your skills and know the gifts that you have. But I'll also encourage you to not get discouraged when it seems like everyone isn't as passionate as you are, everyone isn't as committed as you are, because everyone has different gifts and skills, and being a champion is just a gift and skill that you have. So if you enjoyed this video, what I want you to do is watch my next video, which is all about the empowerer, so you can learn more about how all of these leadership styles work together.